Hi everyone, I wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how to submit and edit a print job to either the DMC or the sync. If you're submitting a job at the sync, please visit their webpage on the ENBD site before you submit a job and look at the details for each specific job type. There are some tools that can be used at the sync that are a little different from the DMC, and they have some important information on their site about what to expect from their process. For now, I'm going to act like I'm submitting a 3D print job at the DMC. First, we'll go to the DMC webpage. And then I'm going to scroll down and hit submit a 3D print job. Now I'm already logged in, but you'll just log in using your identity username and password. Now here we can see a lot of details about print usage and account balance, and don't worry too much about that, especially account balances for right now. We've not implemented payment through PaperCut at this point, so if you need to pay for materials, you'll do that on site. Now I'm going to hit Print Rooms and Fab Labs button to submit a job. Here you can see that we have information on both of our centers, including contact info and locations for each space. Now below this we have a set of links to our help rooms using Microsoft Teams, which you can log on to using your identity, username, and password. And if you have questions about a file or need help with something related to one of the processes at the sync or DMC, please jump on one of these help rooms first, as it will save everyone time. We have staff watching these rooms for questions whenever the sync or DMC are open. Now from here I can view all of the formatting we need for our title for each document that is submitted. Be aware that if you do not include this format as your title, we will likely put a hold on your job until it's fixed. Now I'll copy the formatting and use it to submit my job. So I'll also include my Rhino file for this 3D print. We want you to submit a Rhino file for all 3D prints at a minimum. You're welcome to include an STL file if you feel inclined to do so, but if no Rhino file is attached along with it, we will hold your job and ask you to submit a Rhino file as well. Now next, we need to paste our naming convention format and fix it to have all the relevant information, which I've done here. I'm going to leave this one blank for now since this is just an example job, but you'll be expected to fill this out completely or your job will be placed on hold. Now the last two things we need to look at here are the delivery option and due date. First, make sure that your delivery option is selected to be the right place. This just determines where the job will be produced. For things like laser cutting, CNC milling, and resin 3D prints, the only place that you can pick them up is at the sync. Even though PaperCut gives you the option to select the DMC for jobs like this, you will only be able to pick them up at the sync. Next, select your due date. You'll notice that many of these times are blocked out. Specific jobs have specific lead times. Now, we encourage early submissions to avoid having late projects in your classes. If you submit a job late and the delivery date is out of range, you should not expect your deliverable to be ready in time. We will not be rushing orders just because someone forgot to submit a job on time. Now from here, I can submit my print job. I can add any additional instructions if I need to. So I'll hit submit. And then someone at one of the centers, whether it be the sync or the DMC, will be able to go in and look at your job, and then potentially, if your job is good, they'll be able to say that it's approved and it will be put into production or put into the line for production. If you look at your job and it says something like waiting for a response, you should have gotten an email with information on something that we needed you to change. So maybe something in your file was incorrect or your file format was incorrect. If you need to fix that, push these three dots up here, push edit order, and then you can attach a different file. Now I just attached an STL file, but remember we want your 3DM file. So your Rhino file is the one that we really want. You're welcome to attach an STL if you feel that it's necessary, but the Rhino file is the one that we're really looking for. So from here I can go ahead and save my job, and then I can also go into the comments and talk back and forth with whoever is working on my job at that point. So this has been a little introduction on how to submit jobs in PaperCut. Remember, if you are submitting a job via the sync instead of the DMC, you should go to their webpage and submit it using their webpage instead. They have a lot of important information on the processes they use there versus the processes we use at the DMC. Thanks.